Hello, dear tutors, and welcome to our presentation of the integrative assignment. I am Jonathan, and together with my colleagues, Rocio, Nadia, and Erika, will explain our production. The situation we are going to analyze takes place in a non-bilingual private-run school in the city of Buenos Aires. The students are in 6th grade with an A1 level of English according to the Common European Framework Reference. The class consists of 35 students and they have English lessons of 45 minutes 3 times a week. The syllables for this class includes vocabulary connected to the weather, food, school objects, school subjects, technology, abilities, and part of the house, among others. As for the grammar points, students are expected to learn present tenses such as present simple and continuous, past tenses, and future forms. For instance, the difference between will and going to.
Regarding the view of teaching and learning, teachers follow a communicative approach, as the main focus is to develop speaking skills. This means that almost everything that happens in classroom is done with a communicative intent. A large number of students from this course do not feel comfortable enough to speak in the target language. They neither read text nor produce their own utterances. Their fear of being exposed affects their productive skills, as they are not willing to produce a complete sentence, and this affects their writing skills in consequence. In relation to students' beliefs and emotions, they feel very afraid of making mistakes during tasks that involve oral communication. In addition, they believe that making mistakes is a sign of weakness or not having studied. As Brown states, the effective principle of self-confidence is very important, as students do not feel capable of accomplishing the task. The affective filter hypothesis explains why it is possible for an acquirer to obtain a great deal of comprehensible input and yet stop short, and sometimes well short, of the native speaker level, that is according to Krashen. Also, students feel they cannot speak English because they do not have the necessary knowledge, or because they believe that they will never communicate with someone in that language. This can hence influence how they approach learning English, according to Richards and Lockhart.
In order to solve this problem, the teachers consider that the audiolingual method should be adopted, due to the fact that students are expected to use the language communicatively. Concerning the nature of interaction and the roles of students and teachers, most of the interaction is initiated by the teachers, as they serve as a model for the students' utterances. Little student-student interaction takes place, and when it does, it is teacher-directed. According to Lasser, Freeman, and Anderson, the teacher's roles are being a guide, a model of the target language, and an orchestrator who conducts, guides, and controls students. Students' role are to follow the teacher's guidance, trying to achieve proper pronunciation by imitating the teacher. In the audiolingual method, the student's native language is considered an interference with the student's attempt to master the target language, as they try to transfer different traits of their mother tongue, for example, grammar structures, to the L2, with little to no success. That is why input will be only in the target language, and students will be encouraged to use said language in all classroom exchanges.
Language and culture are inseparable and function in constant feedback. Therefore, in the words of Lasser, Freeman, and Anderson, it is the teacher's responsibility to introduce the learners into the target language culture, mainly the behavior and lifestyle of the target language native speakers. This knowledge of the culture of L2 will be a great aid for its acquisition. At this point of this design, the focus is on oral skills. However, other skills are listening, reading, and writing should not be neglected, as students may make use of some information gathered from those areas. The main four skills will be presented in the following order: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. In that way, what students write has been first introduced orally. Regarding evaluations, both formative and summative evaluations will be used. During the summative evaluation, each question will focus on only one grammar point of the target language at a time. But this will take place once students feel confident enough of their skills. As for the formative evaluation, self-assessment will be the most suitable option to help them keep track on their progress and to develop critical thinking, which is one of the 21st century skills. The motivational strategies that will be implemented are agreeing on group goals to develop learners' goal-orientedness, providing students with experiences of success and the implementation of technology. Developing goal-orientedness encourages students to persist until they have accomplished the goal and promotes the search for relevant action plans of task strategies. Furthermore, providing students with experiences of success would encourage learners by raising awareness of their strengths and abilities. This would be really necessary as most students have low self-esteem.
Finally, implementing technology enhances the learning process because children, as Primner states, have grown up with the 21st century digital technology, and they find the use of technology natural and really motivating.
In our design, for the first activity, the teacher presents a short dialogue to be reproduced by the students. The grammar items in the dialogue are the present simple and the present continuous tenses. The dialogue is presented by the teacher as a drill and copied by the students as a group. This activity has been selected because in the audiolingual method, students are expected to acquire the grammar structures of the target language through conditioning, following a behaviorist view of teaching.
For the second activity, the teacher asks the students to record themselves at home, reading the dialogue presented, using the tool Vocabulary, and uploading the recording to the class campus. The students are asked to record themselves at home to help them overcome the fear of being exposed when they are speaking the target language in public. The role of output is emphasized because, as stated by the bot in 1996, output serves an important role in second language acquisition because it generates highly specific input the cognitive system needs to build up a coherent set of knowledge.
Working in pairs is a previous step to speaking in front of a bigger audience. As a third activity, by doing so, self-confidence is stimulated as the students improve on their skills with minimum exposure and low impact on their self-esteem, helping to lower the affective filter. For this reason, the last activity consists of getting in pairs and reproducing the dialogue, reading one character each of the members of the pair.
As an example, some students were asked to read the dialogue in pairs.
Can you tell some athletics of feelings? Ali, you look lost somewhere. What are you smiling at? Oh, sorry, sir. I'm truly sorry. I'm thinking about my grandma. She is coming home today from Karachi. This good news. So, are you excited? Yes, sir. She always brings gifts for the whole family. I can't wait anymore. That means she is much caring and loving. Indeed, teacher. She not only tells bedtime stories and takes me mine to slides and swings in the park, but also helps with my work.
And these are the different authors and sources we've consulted to support our design. Thanks for listening, and we hope you have found our presentation useful.